my dearest brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers of our community, we are gathered here tonight for a very sad occasion, but also a happy occasion. We are sad that the tree of liberation is being watered with the blood of the shuhada in Palestine. We mourn our losses, but we celebrate the resilience and the sumud of the Palestinian people. Children are lining up against Zionist oppressors. Their families are behind them. They all stand united. We have seen beautiful images of Christian and Muslim standing side by side, facing the Zionist occupier that violates the sanctities of Masjid al-Aqsa, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Al-Quds, and Palestine in general. I was asked to give a very short message with regards to the significance of Masjid al-Aqsa from an Islamic perspective. I know it's a weeknight, I won't take much of your time, but I'll touch on two instances. That is the land of the Anbiya alayhi salam. It is the land of your prophet and my prophet. The land of Dawood alayhi salam, Sulaiman alayhi salam, Zakariya, Yahya, Yusha bin Nun, the Palestinian Nabi Isa alayhi salam, and his beloved mother. How dare they say that that does not belong to us? How dare they say that the Palestinians have no right to that land? It is the land of Anbiya alayhi salam, and we will not allow it to be violated by injustice and oppression. We all know the narrations around Al-Isra al-Miraj. That is our strongest link to Masjid al-Aqsa from Islam. It's also in Quran it's mentioned. But I'm going to speak about a short incident that took place after Al-Isra al-Miraj. Rasulullah ﷺ, after the journey of Al-Isra and Al-Miraj, the traveling to Masjid al-Aqsa and then the ascension to the heavens and back, those that were enemies of Islam attacked Rasulullah. They mocked at him, they jeered at him, they said that he was peddling falsehood. It is impossible for Muhammad to travel to Al-Quds, that is what they said. So they questioned him about the entrances and the exits, the doorways and the windows of Masjid al-Aqsa and the various buildings, and Rasulullah ﷺ gave pinpoint accuracy the descriptions. What does this mean? Masjid al-Aqsa came to the defense of Rasulullah ﷺ. Masjid al-Aqsa came to his defense. Masjid al-Aqsa also was a sign which confirmed his nabuwwat. And today, Masjid al-Aqsa is asking for our help. She is crying out to us. She is shackled. She is being violated. She is saying, answer, protect me. That is why each and every one of you is present here today. To defend Masjid al-Aqsa, to defend all our brothers and sisters in the sanctity of that area, be they Christian, be they Jewish, be they Muslim or any other religion, because we are people of truth and justice, and that is our constitution. Then there's another incident. We don't know the sacrifices that were made to defend Masjid al-Aqsa, to liberate Palestine from oppression. But the Battle of Yarmouk against Rome is very important. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going into the incident that took place after that. We're not going to talk about Umar ibn al-Khattab and how the keys were handed over to him. But when Dar as-Salah came and Umar ibn al-Khattab looked in the courtyard of Masjid al-Aqsa, and you can imagine this, the veterans of Islam, the soldiers of Islam, the special forces, al-Mubarrizun of Khalid ibn al-Walid, all standing in their armor with their swords, getting ready for Salah. And Umar ibn al-Khattab looks at Bilal radiallahu ta'ala and says, "Oh Bilal, make the adhan." Now, after Rasulullah ﷺ passed away, Bilal radiallahu ta'ala went silent. He could not make that adhan any longer. It hurt him because he had lost his prophet, Rasulullah ﷺ. So Bilal sat and he contemplated for a long time and he stood up and he called the adhan. He only broke his silence because Masjid al-Aqsa was liberated. And when he got to that portion of the adhan where he mentions Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all these men, these brave soldiers break down, because this was a fulfillment of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's wishes, the liberation of Masjid al-Aqsa, the liberation of Palestine, and the establishment of justice. If we believe then that we have no connection to Masjid al-Aqsa, then we have not heeded the lessons of history. We have not understood our own history. But you are here today and you are sending a very clear message to the Zionist occupiers, those colonial settlers that have taken over the land and violated the land, that we will not relent until Masjid al-Aqsa and Palestine is free for all its people, until justice is established. I heard something very touching from Rohe over there. She spoke on East Wave, and I quote the last part of Jannah Shahad's talk. She said something. She said, I was taught that a bullet that doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. From a child that age, she has demonstrated courage that none of us have. She is fighting to defend Aqsa. She's fighting to defend Palestine. We should take from her. But we should also question ourselves, why is it that this child has to learn that lesson? We should not be allowing that to happen. She should be worrying about things other than that, merely school. She is talking about truth and justice. Our duty now, put on your armor and wield the weapons of truth and justice and defend Aqsa. How do we do it? The Palestinians are saying, we will give our children and ourselves as shuhada. We will liberate Al-Aqsa in that way. Our job, to ensure that their message, their sacrifices are always known. There is nothing more than what the Zionists fear actually is truth, a voice. They prefer the silence of populations. That's what they thrive in, the darkness. Our job is to shine the light. Each and every one of us is connected to social media, and that is something that they fear, the voice on social media. They are putting tons of dollars in. They have these teams that are trying to portray the Palestinians as the aggressors and themselves as the victims. We are not victims. The Palestinians are not victims. They are resilient. They will always be resilient, and we should support them. So our duty tonight, Aqsa is not free because we leave this hall tonight. No. Palestine is not free because we leave this hall tonight. No. It's an ongoing struggle. So we take to social media, we spread the message amongst our friends and family, and we ensure that there will always be a support base. For Jannah and her colleagues, my child, I wish you didn't have to fight this fight. I wish I was in your place. But I can't be. And what I can give to you is this undertaking that we will always be with you. You will never be alone. And we will fight to the end. I can't help but think of my niece, which is a similar age. And the thought of losing her destroys me, as the thought of losing you. But you are brave, and we will always support you. That is the message we send tonight. We will never give up. We will never abandon the Palestinians. And inshallah, we will have a meeting in this hall where we will declare that Palestine is free from the Zionist occupiers. We will not take revenge, but we will forgive, and that is who we are. We do not murder children. We do not murder women. We do not wipe out families and take away their homes because we are just. That is what we are. So to the Zionist oppressors that are currently murdering our children, destroying our families, and violating the sanctity of our religious places, beware, justice is coming. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum.